All right, everyone, if you could please make sure that you are on mute. Who is Russell? Oh, Russell Mitchell.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Thanks, Judge.
Sure, no problem. All right, everyone, please make sure you are on mute. Hey, Jesus in the vehicle, what's your full name, please? You're on mute.
Oh. Posada Mendez. Jesus Emmanuel, I'm sorry. Emmanuel Posada Mendez.
The person who is Gavino, you need to turn on your lights. What is your full name, sir? And William Troy, you need to show your video. Everyone who is here who's accused of an offense or is a defendant, you need to show your video. If your video is not shown, you're going to be required to appear in person. So everyone needs to show their video. And to all the attorneys, before we begin, if you could make sure, it would make everything move much more smoothly if you would add to your name the name of your client and whether or not it is criminal trial division or family violence. These are the rules of the 187 District Court. You are in the 187 District Court. Usually what ends up happening on the Tuesday when you had the Monday off is Tuesday just becomes a Monday and a Tuesday rolled into one. So let's try to keep this a happy Tuesday, even though we have extra work because we had the holiday on Monday. These are the rules. You're in a courtroom. Whatever you could not do if you were physically in the courtroom, you can't do on this Zoom screen. If you behave inappropriately on the Zoom, what's going to end up happening is if you're at the Bexar County Jail, you're going to be sent back, and you know there's staffing issues. So we'll probably see you in 60 to 90 days. If you are on bond, you're going to be required to appear in court. It doesn't matter if you're out of county, out of state, out of country. You're going to be required to appear in court in the 187 District Court, which is located downtown at 300 De La Rosa. You're going to have to get an Uber or a Lyft. If you end up getting the Via bus, they don't give change back. And I guarantee you, whenever you need exact change, you don't have it. So that bus ride's going to end up costing you probably $10 to $20. If you drive downtown and you're able to find parking, you're going to find that parking is very expensive. To all the attorneys, if you have an agreement with the state, no matter how small you think that agreement is, you need to put that in the chat box to the coordinator. She's listed on the screen as Ferguson Coordinator. What she will need to know is if it's for regular probation or deferred, and she'll need to know if it's for time or not for time. And if your client is on bond, she will need to know your client's email address. The person who's listed as Tracy, what is your full name, please?
Tracy Charlene Mathers. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
All right, for everybody who's on bond, there's to be no eating of breakfast, no wearing of baseball caps, no doing laundry, no doing chores. If you are in a vehicle, you need to pull over because there's to be no driving and zooming. If you're at work, you need to let your attorney know that you need to take a break because you are in court. There's to be no trying to pick up dates on the Zoom screen. This is not The Bachelor. This is not The Bachelorette. If you do any of those things or anything that is deemed inappropriate, your Zoom privileges are going to be revoked. I'm going to open up breakout rooms. When I open up breakout rooms, it's going to invite everyone to a breakout room. Do not, I repeat, do not go to a breakout room unless I specifically call you by name and send you to a breakout room. To all of those who are defendants or accused, your attorney is going to want to go to the breakout room first with prosecutors So please do not ask to go to that breakout room unless you've been specifically requested to go to the breakout room. Attorneys, this is the order in which you will appear. If you see that you're on the list and you wish to Zoom to another courtroom, you're more than welcome to Zoom to another courtroom. However, if your name is called and you're not here when your name is called, you'll be put at the end of the list. The court is going to be taking its morning recess at 11. Anyone who has not completed their case will be required to come back at 2. To all the defendants and those who are accused, you will hear your attorney's name called, not your name. If you do not hear your attorney's name, it is because your attorney is Zooming another courtroom or your attorney had to appear in person in another county. Please be patient. Your attorney will be here as soon as possible. So everyone, put some patience in your pocket. And this is going to be a great Tuesday. All right. This is the order in which attorneys will appear. Melissa Christian, Nathaniel Navy, Andres Campion, Adam Flores, Adam Baez, Alberto Gutierrez, Ignacio Beretta, Michael Latimer, Miguel Nahara, Rick Crow, Shannon Locke, Robert Guyona, Floyd Rivera, Roland Garcia, Mark Darling, Russell Mitchell, Jay Norton, Steve Harkowitz, Kelly Kittle. Is there any attorney who is on the Zoom screen and I have not called your name? All right, attorneys, I'm going to start assigning you to breakout rooms. Think of those breakout rooms as when you go to the doctor's office. When you go to the doctor's office and you arrive early and they tell you your appointment is at 9, you're there at 8:45 and they call you to the back. You're all excited because you know you're going to get to see the doctor on time. They put you in the waiting room to check your weight and blood pressure. Think of those waiting rooms as they're just checking your weight and your blood pressure. What's going to end up happening is prosecutors can move throughout the breakout rooms. If you leave that breakout room, it's going to show that that breakout room is empty and that prosecutor is going to go to a different room. So everyone be patient. All right, Melissa Christian.
Good morning, Judge. I have defendant Joe Bettis. It's a MTR with CTD.
All right, thank you so much. I'm loving the pen. All right, I'm going to assign you to breakout room number 3.
Thank you.
You're welcome, and a prosecutor will meet you there. Nathaniel Navy, good to see you back with us.
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning. Thanks for changing your name. I'm going to send you to number 4.
Okay.
Andres Campion.
Yes, good morning, Your Honor.
Oh, thank you for changing your name.
You're welcome. I have 2 clients. One of them is with Public Integrity. The other one is with 701.
All right, I'm going to send you to number 5. Is Public Integrity here?
Yes, Judge, I'm here for Civil Rights Division.
All right, thank you. I'm sending you both to number 5. Adam Flores.
Yes, Your Honor, I'm here.
Who is your client?
Or Mr. Devon Matthews or Devon Mateos, something like that.
Something like that. What is his name, please?
His last name is Mathers.
Is it Criminal Trial Division or Family Violence?
Criminal Trial Division.
All right, it's Davion Mathers.
Devon Matthews.
Okay. I'm going to send you to number 6.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Adam Valle.
Yes, Judge. Rick Crow present for Mr. Baez, and he's present as well.
All right, thank you. I see that's your attorney. Someone told me that was the, I see that's your client. Someone told me that was the defense attorney. Just give me a moment. Albert Gutierrez.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. So is your client Criminal Trial Division or Family Violence?
That's a good question, Judge. It's a sexual assault, but there was no dating relationship. So I don't know which one.
Okay.
It's Family Violence, Judge.
All right, thank you. I'm going to put you in breakout room number 7.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Ignacio Beretta.
Good morning, Your Honor. I'm here for a sentencing hearing on our motion for probation, our request application for probation. I really just need to speak to my client.
Okay, is your
Yeah.
client in custody or on bond?
He's in custody.
All right, I'll send you to breakout room number 8. Have you received the PSI report?
Yes, I have.
All right, and Guerra. Mr. Guerra, if you go to breakout room number 8 with your attorney, please. Michael Latimer. Michael Latimer.
Yes, I'm here.
All right, I'll send you to number 9.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Miguel Nahara, I'll send you to number 10.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Thank you for changing your name. Rick Crow, I'll send you to number 11. Thank you for changing your name. Shannon Locke.
Good morning, Your Honor. Jesse Jones, criminal trial.
All right, I'll send you to number 12. Thank you for changing your name. You were so close to going to lucky breakout room number 13. Robert Guyona. Robert Guyona.
I believe it's a CTD case on William Rivera. He is an inmate of
All right, what is he charged with?
interference with the emergency call. I'm sorry, theft of a person. That's all it says.
Okay, I'll send you to number 13.
Lucky me.
Yeah,
There it goes. Thank you, Judge.
oh, just one second. There you go. Floyd Rivera.
Yes, good morning, Judge. I have Jocelyn Hernandez. It's a CTD case. We have an agreement. We've signed all the paperwork already, and we sent it back to you guys about a week ago, Judge.
Right.
Well, you may need to go to a room with your client. It looks like you haven't signed my paperwork yet.
Okay, all right.
All right, I'm gonna send you to number 14.
All right, appreciate it, man.
You're welcome. Let me just find you on my screen. All right, and where is Jocelyn Hernandez? Is she in custody? Ah, there she is. Jocelyn Hernandez, if you'll go to 14, please. Roland Garcia, who do you have? You're on mute.
Jason Lopez, Your Honor, CTD. And I would have changed my name, but I don't know how to do that.
Ah, if you just click on participants and go to your name and click the arrow, it'll ask you if you want to rename.
It causes me a lot of stress to do that. I'm not at the office.
Okay, I'll see you to 15. Mark Darling.
Good morning, Your Honor. I'm representing Martin Gonzalez on a drug case and haven't had much luck getting a hold of him. This is a reset from last week for that purpose.
All right, well, just hold, don't go. I signed you to 16, but don't go. Just give me a moment.
And Judge, just one moment. I'm here on Martin Gonzalez as well. We're both appointed, but on different cases. I actually don't think my case is set for today, but I got a notice, and so I am here.
All right, Jez. Well, let me see. Have you had any contact with your client?
I contacted my client's father a couple of times, and my client's father is trying to get in touch with him to have him appear this morning.
All right, then if you guys want to zoom out and come back at 10:30, I give everyone till 10:30.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you. Russell Mitchell.
Judge, I have Tammy Garretson. It's a criminal trial division.
What's the last name?
Garretson, Garretson.
All right, I'm going to send you to number 16.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome. Jay Norton.
Good morning, ma'am. How are you?
Good morning. Great. Thank you for changing your name. I'll see you to 17.
All righty.
Stephen Horkowitz, thank you for changing your name. I'll send you to 18.
Okay.
Kelly Piddle.
Hi, Judge. We have plea paperwork. We're still working on the protective order. It's not in its final form. I had to be at meeting court at 10 o'clock. I want to see if the court could possibly recall us this afternoon for the plea, if that's okay with you.
All right, we'll see you at 2 p.m.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Lorraine Efron.
Good morning, Judge. I'm here for Edna Villalba, and we are just requesting to remain on the trial docket. It's a family violence case.
All right, I'm going to send you to breakout room number 1 to obtain a jury trial setting. Then we'll place that on the record.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Ms. Ferguson, if you could go to number 1 and give her a jury trial date, please. Deborah Burke.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Who's your client?
I have Manuel Galvan. It's an MTR, possession of marijuana. And I previously conferred with Meredith McIntyre. I don't know if she's still in your court.
No, she's not. I'm going to send you to breakout room number 19. A prosecutor will meet you there.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Fernando Ramos.
Present, Your Honor. I represent Anthony Herrera.
I'll send you to breakout room number 20.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Is there any defense attorney who has not been assigned to a breakout room? Okay,
Your Honor, I'm back from the breakout room.
just give me a moment. Yes.
So I've conferred with Daryl Harris and regarding Mr. Soto's case, and we had previously been tendered a plea offer, and my client is thankful but are going to reject the plea offer, and we would respectfully ask for a trial setting.
Where's your client?
He's present via Zoom.
I don't see him on the Zoom.
Right here, Judge.
How are you listed on the Zoom screen?
He's listed under Jaime. I saw him earlier. I'm listed as Jay. Sorry. Just the
How's he
letter.
listed?
It's the gentleman wearing the headphones, Your Honor.
Can you hear me, Your Honor?
How are you listed on the screen? How does your name appear?
It's
It
just the letter
says J.
Just the letter J.
All right, so you've been able to put J in your name. You're gonna have to start spelling out your entire name. Do you understand?
I don't know how to do that, Judge. I'm sorry.
All right, when you go on participants and you click on J, it's gonna ask you to rename and you put your full name in.
J.
I've already done it.
Okay. Sorry about that, Judge.
No problem. So, Mr. Campion, do you have all of the discovery in this case?
I believe at this time we have everything that the state has indicated. Yes.
All right, I'm going to send you to breakout room number 1, Mr. Campion. You need to get a reset date for a jury trial from Ms. Ferguson.
And Your Honor, I
And
still have
then
another
we will
client under docket that I need to confer with the state about.
I'm sorry, what?
I still have another client on your docket that I need to confer with the state about.
Sure.
That's not public integrity.
Okay, just one moment, but I'm going to send you to breakout room number 1 to confer with Ms. Ferguson over on a jury trial date, and then we'll come back and take care of your other matter.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Any other attorney that's ready? And state, if you go to breakout room number 1 with him, please.
Yeah, Judge, I just would like to let you know that I have conferred with Joe Ray Garcia with regard to the MTR on Joe Bettis. My problem is I don't think Mr. Bettis has been given a computer screen yet at the jail, unless you can find him on your.
Yes, is this your client? J. Pettis, L7?
Probably.
Joe Pettis, could you raise your hand for me, please? Yes, he's here.
Okay, if I could confer with him, that would be awesome. Thank you.
All right, what's your breakout room number 3?
Yes.
Mr. Pettis, if you'll go to breakout room number 3, please. And everyone, just be patient. All right. Lorraine Efron, do you have a jury trial date?
Yes, Your Honor. Norma gave us March 21.
All right, can I have the court reporter, please? Thank you. And does your client only have one case with us, Ms. Efron?
Yes, Your Honor. And
All right.
she should be on Zoom with
No,
us.
she's here.
Okay.
Ms. Belava, could you unmute for me, please?
Yes, ma'am.
The court is calling 2020 CR 1024, State of Texas versus Edna Villalava. Could I have the defense announced for the record, please?
This is Lorraine Efron for Miss Villalva.
And are you Ms. Villalva?
Yes.
We're proceeding by video because of the pandemic. Any objections?
No.
Ms. Villalva, do you have any objections to us proceeding by video?
No, I don't.
Right. Defense, have you received all the discovery in this case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has an offer been tendered?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Villalva, are you rejecting that offer?
Yes, I am.
Are you requesting a jury trial?
Yes.
Your plea deadline date has expired. I see that we were actually scheduled for a jury trial several times in this case, but because juries have been suspended, we've had to not have jury trials because we have no jurors. Do you understand, Ms. Villalva?
Yes.
So my understanding is all parties have conferred. Just one moment. Ms. Garretson,
Yes, ma'am.
you're sharing your screen. Could you please stop that?
I'm sorry. I don't mean to do that. I'm trying to. I don't know how to get to the room. Sorry.
Everyone, just give me a moment. All right, everyone, sorry about that. We're back on the record. Your jury trial date is going to be March 21st. March 21st. Any objections to that as a jury trial date, Ms. Efron?
No, Your Honor, I do have some other trial settings that date as well, but we'll do what we usually do.
Yes. Ms. Villalva, do you have any objections to that as a jury trial date?
No, Judge.
All right, then your jury trial date is going to be March 21st. You'll need to appear in the 187th District Court at 9 a.m. dressed for jury trial. The courtroom is located at 300 De La Rosa. It's on the 4th floor. Do you understand?
Yes.
When is your jury trial date?
March 21st
What time?
at 9 a.m.
All right, Ms. Efron, if for any reason jury trials are still suspended, which may happen because we have rodeo and who knows what people have been doing during the rodeo, of course, you will let you know. And if those jury trials have been suspended, then your client will need to appear by Zoom.
Okay.
All right, is there anything else from you, Ms. Villalva, and you, Ms. Efron?
No, Your Honor.
All right, then you both are excused. Thank you for appearing.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, just one moment. Yes. Everyone, just give me a moment. All right, Albert Gutierrez.
Good morning again, Judge. I have conferred with Michael Villarreal on this case, who he has just taken over the case, he tells me. So
Which person?
I'm sorry, Jesus Emmanuel Posada.
And where is Jesus Posada?
I'm here, Judge.
How are you listed on the Zoom screen? What name do you have listed? If everyone can see what I see, I have like 3 or 4 pages of people. So
I'm not
how are
able to
you,
see.
what name are you on the Zoom screen?
Emmanuel Mendez. Emmanuel Mendez?
All right, so everyone, please make sure before you come on Zoom to have your name in the box, because if you're not listed, and I know sometimes people borrow other people's phone, but if you're not listed under your full name, then I can't read where you are on the screen because there are too many people on screen, and it just makes things move more smoothly and easier if I can just type in your name, and that way I can pull you in. All right, what is happening with Mr. Mendez?
Your Honor, I believe I have all the discovery. Mr. Villarreal is taking over the case from Ms. Wilkes. The last time we met, she was going to meet with the complainant in order to get us an offer, but now she's not the ADA anymore. So Mr. Villarreal will meet with her and we'll be able to extend an offer at the next setting is what I'm told. And my preference is that he could extend an offer today, I suppose, but my preference is that they speak with the complainant so we're all on the same page. But that's
all right. So what I'm going to do on this case, I'm going to give you a regular reset, and that will give the state a chance to meet with the complainant. But state, on the next setting, I'm going to want you to have tendered an offer. Ms. Ferguson, I need a regular reset date. Just one moment. Ms. Ferguson, I need a 30-day reset date in the chat box on Mr. Jesus Emmanuel Posada Mendez, please. All right, we're going to come back on March 29th. If you have nothing else with us, you and your client are excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Your
Nathaniel
Honor.
Navy? Thank you.
Good morning, Judge. So I have Wardell Lemon. This one we're just carrying forward to a jury trial.
All right. Let's see. Ms. Ferguson, if you can put a jury trial date in the chat box, please, on Wardell Lemon.
And then, Judge, I also have Michael Herrera. However, I thought that one had been set for March 22nd. We were just dealing with some discovery matters. I signed a protective order to review CPS records, and I believe that is probably been forwarded to you at this point.
All right, let's take this up first, and then we'll deal with the other matter. All right, Ms. Ferguson, if I can get a jury trial date in the chat box, please. Court is calling 2020 CR 7353, State of Texas versus Wardell Lemon. Can I have the defense make an announcement, please?
Judge, we're just pushing this case forward to trial. I know that we had requested a jury trial and they're not available for a while, but we're just requesting that it be that we be given another.
All right, I just need you to announce your name on the record.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know you. I thought you wanted my announcement. Nathaniel Navy, Judge, for Mr. Lemon.
And are you Wardell Lemon?
Yes, Judge.
We're proceeding by video because of the pandemic. Any objection from the defense?
No.
Mr. Lemon, do you have any objection?
No.
This has been scheduled, as you know, for jury trial many times. However, because of the pandemic, jury trials have been suspended. Defense, have you received all the discovery in this case?
Yes, Judge.
Has an offer been tendered?
It has.
Ms. Ferguson, if I could have a jury trial date in the chat box, please. And Mr. Lemon, are you rejecting that?
The offer?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you requesting a jury trial?
Yes.
All right, your new jury trial date will be March 21st. You'll need to appear in the 187th District Court at 9 a.m. The courtroom is located at 300 De La Rosa on the 4th floor. Do you understand?
Yes.
When is your jury trial date?
March 21st at 9 a.m.
All right, thank you. You are excused.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Mr. David, who is your next person?
It was Michael Herrera, Judge. He's not actually on the Zoom right now because I thought he was supposed to be set for March 22nd. I don't know if we could maybe just, because it's just a discovery matter, if we could take that up without his presence. I just signed a protective order just granting me the access to have copies of the CPS records. I believe
All right,
that's
what I'm going to do is send you to, has his case, I'm assuming his case has already been indicted, correct?
yes.
I'm going to send you to breakout room number 1. If you could talk to the clerks to have them bring me that file.
Okay.
'Cause I don't have the file.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank
Could
you.
a clerk go to breakout room number 1, please? All right, Ms. Christian.
Sorry, Judge. I had sent a chat to CLO Reyes. We have 3 options, and I just needed to know which one is going to have the shortest wait time for a bed.
Okay. All right. Let me see where she is. She's there. She'll put it in the chat
I
box.
just saw the chat right now, Judge.
All right, no problem.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Roberto Ramirez.
Morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
Yes. I don't see my client, Monica Reynolds, on the screen up here. I communicated with her last night. I understand was going to be logging in, sent her the link and everything.
All right, I give everyone till 10:30 if you want to come back at 10:30.
Okay, Your Honor, I'll do that.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Shannon Locke.
Morning, Your Honor. We've conferred with Marcus has given us an offer, and if we could get a plea deadline so that I could convey that to my client.
All right, I show that you've received all discovery. And has the state given you an offer?
They have, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, on Jesse Jones, can I have a 30-day reset in the chat box as a plea deadline date, please? All right, your plea deadline date, Mr. Jones, is going to be March 29th. What that means is after that date, the court will not accept any plea bargain agreements. Do you understand, Mr. Jones?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, then, Mr. Locke, if you don't have anyone else with this, you are excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, have a good one.
And Jesse, you can log off also.
Okay.
Thank you. Just 1 second. All right, Mr. Navy, on Michael Herrera, you said that you've already have everything, but I do have it set for March 22nd. But you already have all of the records, is that correct? Or you filed a motion for the records?
No, Judge. The prosecutor and I just signed the order this morning.
Okay, let me see if I have it. Just give me a moment. All right, I've taken care of that. And then, so his court date is still March 22nd, but I've approved the CPS records.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
All right, thank you. Have a good one.
Thank you, you too, Judge. Bye.
You're welcome. Let me see which page Herrera is on. There he is. Oh, Hunter Morris, you're back with us.
Oh, good morning, Judge. So great
Good
to
morning.
see you.
All right, how are you doing?
Oh, good. Just here to see if Mr. Nahara wanted to talk.
All right, let me find Miguel Nahara. Let me see where he is. He is currently not on the screen. We'll find out where he is. Ms. Ferguson, can you see where Mr. Nahara is, please?
Judge, it looks like he's in room 10.
Okay, thank you. So he's in 10. So Hunter, I've made you a co-host so you can go visit with him.
Well, thank you so much, Judge.
You're welcome. Kenneth Baker.
Good morning, Your Honor. I'm here on David Morales, CTD.
All right, I'm going to send you to breakout room number 4.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
I'm sorry, make that 21.
Okay.
Any other attorneys who've not been assigned?
No.
Jonathan Chavez, who do you have?
Yes, Your Honor. Liliana Barrios Contreras. And Your Honor, I didn't need to confer. I just need to let the court know that she does not want to take the plea deal.
All right, Jez, give me a moment. All right, Melissa Christian.
Yes, ma'am. So we have a deal. I just sent it to Norma. I was trying to get to Joe Ray, but I think he's popping in and out of breakout rooms, Judge. So we have a deal on the MTR. So I just sent Norma whatever so we can get whatever paperwork going that you need, which I think is just the appeal.
Okay, all right, thank you so much. And Michael Villarreal, could you go to breakout room number 6 and let Joe Ray know that Melissa Christian is saying that they have an agreement on Mr. Perez?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. And Nacia Beretta?
Yes, Your Honor. I thought we were ready to proceed, but I'm having trouble I have 2 witnesses I wanted to put on. And I think they've lost their connection. I'm trying to retrieve them right now.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Sure, Jay Norton.
Judge, we've conferred. We have a partial agreement on our motion, but the state is to GPS tracking. So we just need a few minutes of the court's time. I believe Michael is just going to submit a police for the court's consideration, and then we'll just discuss it.
Okay, just give me a moment. Russell Mitchell.
Hey, Judge, I conferred with Marcus, but Marcus says he doesn't see my client on there, so maybe I need to get off and try to find her.
All right, thank you. Well, wait one moment. Your client, I think she was here. Yes, I don't see her on now.
Okay, yeah, I know she was there. I know she was on last Monday. This is a recall from last Monday, but she was there last Monday, but I sent her the Zoom link yesterday, but
okay.
I guess let me try to track her down.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Judge.
You're welcome. Mr. Chavez, where is your client, Liliana? I don't see her on the screen.
She should be logged on, Your Honor.
Where is Liliana Contreras? All right, as soon as she logs on, we'll take that matter up. All right, Deborah Burke.
Hi, Your Honor. I need to speak with Brittany again in a breakout room. I left my client in our old breakout room.
Okay. What breakout room were you in, Ms. Burke?
Oh, Lord, I don't know.
You were in 19.
Okay, my client is still there.
Yes, I'm going to send you to breakout room number 4.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Morning. All right, Andres Campion.
Yes, Your Honor. I believe on Jaime Soto, I'm not sure if Daryl or Kevin came back and let you know about the trial date.
No, just one
March
moment.
21st.
Just one second. All right, we're going to go on the record. Court is calling 2021 CR 7671, State of Texas versus Jaime Soto. Could I have the defense announced, please?
Andres Campion for the defense. We're ready.
And are you Mr. Soto?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Campion, I see that on the docketing sheet, I have that I'm to give you a plea deadline date. So I can give you a jury trial date, or if you would prefer, I can give your client a plea deadline date.
It's my understanding that my client is not wanting to accept any plea deals and that he's wanting to proceed to trial.
All right, is that correct, Mr. Soto?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Campion, have you received all of the discovery in this case?
To the best of my knowledge, Your Honor.
Has an offer been tendered?
It has been, Your Honor.
And has that offer been rejected?
Yes, it has, Your Honor.
Mr. Soto, are you requesting a jury trial?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
And are you asking that I give you a jury trial date and not give you a plea deadline date?
Yes, ma'am. Jury trial date, please.
All right, your jury trial date will be, what date did she give you? Because I have several dates in the box.
Right. So she gave me March 21st, but the issue with that, like I explained to Ms. Ferguson, is that I am for sure going to be picking a jury in Kendall County that day. The judge up there specifically moved a misdemeanor docket to force me to do that. So unfortunately, I will be unavailable.
I mean, is that a misdemeanor case?
No, it's a felony case that
Okay.
she shuffled to move a misdemeanor docket so that I could have that specific date. She was very adamant about it.
All right, so Mr. Soto, your jury trial date is going to be March 21st. If your attorney is in trial in another county, in another court, of course, he can't be in two places at the same time. But for now, your jury trial date in this court is set on March 21st at 300. The courtroom is located at 300 De La Rosa. We're on the 4th floor, and you're to be here at 9 o'clock dressed for trial. Do you understand, Mr. Soto?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
All right, do you have any objections to that jury trial date, Mr. Soto?
No, ma'am, I don't.
And Mr. Campion, the court understands that you may be in jury trial in another county, but if you're not, you'll need to appear for jury trial on March 21st for this date. Do you have any objections?
Outside the ones the courts are already aware of, no, ma'am.
All right, thank you. With that, we'll close the record. Mr. Soto, you are excused.
Thank you very much, ma'am. You have a good day.
You too, bye-bye.
And Your Honor, I do have another case in your court, but I am supposed to be at a sentencing in 5 minutes at the 144th. So I need to physically run over there and then I will be back.
All right, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
John Robertson, who do you have?
Your Honor, I've got Michael Robertson, and I need to confer with Brittany if I could, please.
Okay. I will send you to breakout room number 22.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Are there any attorneys who are present who have not previously been assigned to a breakout room?
Well, Judge, I'm back. I don't know if Tammy Garretson, my client, I just checked with her.
Please leave your message for
She's not on.
210769119.
Someone needs to go on mute. Thank you.
She said she was on, Judge, and then she got kicked off, and then I told her to get back on, so I don't know if she's on, so I can talk to her about the plea offer.
She's not on.
So-
Unless she's listed under.
Still not on?
a new
Okay, let
name.
me.
All right, Rick Crow.
Okay, let me-
Adam Valle.
Yes, Judge. Conferred with Michael Burriel, the ADA, and he extended an offer in which we rejected, and so I think we need to get put back on the trial docket.
All right, just one moment. Russell, your client has now just zoomed in. All right, just one moment, Mr. Crow. Mr. Adam Flores, when an offer is tendered, if you could please send it in the chat blocks, not to everyone.
Okay, I
Just
apologize.
send it to Ms. Ferguson.
Okay.
All right, the court is going to call 2019 CR 9697, 7 State of Texas versus Adam Valle. Could I have the defense announced, please?
Yes, Your Honor. Rick Crow on behalf of the defendant, Adam Baez.
Okay, and are you Mr. Valle?
Bias, yes, ma'am.
All right, we're proceeding by video because of the pandemic. Any objection from the defense?
No, Judge.
Mr. Valles, any objection?
No, Your Honor.
Defense, have you received an offer in this case?
We have.
Mr. Valles, are you rejecting that offer?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Crow, have you received all the discovery?
Yes, I believe we have, Your Honor.
Ms. Ferguson, I need a jury trial date in the chat box on Adam Valles, please. All right, your jury trial date is going to be March 21st. Mr. Valles, you'll need to appear in the 187th District Court at 9 a.m. on March 21st, dressed for trial. Your plea deadline date has expired. The court will not accept any plea bargain agreements in this case. Any objections to March 21st, Mr. Crow?
Judge, I have an Indian child welfare docket that's only once a month on the 22nd, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cases. That would be my only objection, is I'd have to completely disrupt a complete other court for the 22nd. Is there another date possibly right after?
No, there is not.
I'm actually participating in Indian child welfare docket on my other screen.
All right, we'll see you on the 21st. If for some reason jury trials are suspended, then of course we'll appear by Zoom. All right, with that, we'll close the record.
Judge, it's a district court as well. I don't know what the priority is over cases.
Criminal goes over civil.
This is Indian child welfare docket, so it's like CPS, and so
No, I mean, criminal district court does trump civil, even though it is CPS. And I've done, I've had clients who been of Native descent, and I represented clients there before as well. So I mean, I'm aware.
Okay, I just got to do something. It's just that there's eight separate Indian child welfare cases that I participate.
I mean, you can file a continuance and the court will hear it.
Okay. Thanks, Judge.
All right, you're welcome. If there's nothing else, you and your client are excused.
Thank you.
Blessings, Your Honor.
Thank you. Blessings to you too. And everyone, just give me a moment. I'm signing some paperwork.
Your Honor,
Just
when you
a
have a
moment,
minute.
I'm signing paperwork.
Okay, sorry.
That's okay. I know it appears that I'm not doing anything, but I'm signing paperwork. All right, Jay Norton,
Yes, ma'am. Excuse me. Yes, ma'am.
you're ready to proceed on your matter?
Yes, ma'am.
State, are you ready to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has your client been indicted, Mr. Norton, or no?
No, no, ma'am.
All right, then let me find the motion. All right, to the clerks, can I have the motion on Mr. Skirvin, please?
And Judge, I think we will need to re-provide you with an order on Mr. Skirvin's case because it appears that it's not quite correct.
Thank you. All right, the court is calling CM 092938, State of Texas versus Von Skirvin. Could I have parties announced for the record, please, for the state?
Michael Villarreal for the state.
For the defense?
Jay Norton for Mr. Skirvin.
All right, and I don't know if this made the docket for you, Ms. Kane, but the defendant's first name is spelled, is it B-U-A-G?
V-A-U-G-H-A-N.
And the last name is S-K-I-R-V-I-N. All right, the court has a motion to change GPS house arrest to monitoring and waive fees. State, have you had a chance to review the defense's motion?
I have, Your Honor.
Are you ready to proceed?
I am.
All right. It goes without saying the court is going to waive the GPS fees. I'm assuming there's no objection to that from the state.
No, Your Honor.
So the only issue is changing the monitor from full house arrest. What specifically are you asking for, Mr. Norton?
For GPS tracking, Your Honor.
All right. State, you object to GPS tracking?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Defense?
Judge, it's simply an economic issue. Mr. Skirvin needs to get back to the world of the employed, mounting bills, everything from, he's been on roughly 90 days, no violations. We just we're not asking to remove it. We're just asking that it be changed to tracking.
State?
Your Honor, at this time, state would offer State's Exhibit Number 1 and State Exhibit Number 2, which I previously to defend you and the court reporter.
All right. Any objections to the state's motion 1 and 2?
Not for purposes of this hearing, Your Honor.
All right, then for purposes of this hearing, states exhibits 1 and 2 are admitted into evidence and the court will review those. And if everyone can give me a moment. All right, the court has reviewed State's Exhibits 1 and attachments. State, any other evidence or witnesses to present?
No further evidence from the state.
All right, defense, any rebuttal?
Judge, we just add and point out that there is a no contact order in place already with his, I guess they're still married, his wife. And Mr. Skirvin will abide by all rules of the court, and it's shown by the last 90 days and will continue to abide by all rules.
All right, court is going to deny the motion for tracking only. Does anyone address any other issues?
No, Your Honor, not at this time. I would tell the court that there is a divorce proceeding, and at some point, his children are listed as no contact, but through the course of the family law aspect of this, there may be some supervised visitation. I don't know if the court wants us to file a motion at that point, or how you would like to address that if the family law district court decides there is an ability of some visitation.
All right, you'll have to file a motion.
Okay.
And the court will consider it.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. May we be?
Yes. All right, Mr. Baker, on David Morales.
Yes, good morning, Judge. We just need a new trial date. Jury trial date.
Is your client in custody?
He is, Your Honor.
All right,
And I'd
Mr. Ferguson, if I could have a jury trial date in the jury box, please. I'm sorry, in the chat box. All right, the court is calling 2018 CR 13307, State of Texas versus David Morales. If I could have the defense announced for the record, please.
Yes, good morning, Judge. Eric Baker for Mr. Morales, who's present via Zoom.
And are you Mr. Morales? If you could, you're muted, Mr. Morales. If you could just hold down the space bar, it's the longest key on the keyboard. All right, are you Mr. Morales?
Yes, ma'am.
We're proceeding by video because of the pandemic. Any objections, defense?
No, Your Honor.
Any objections, Mr. Morales?
No, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Baker, have you received all the discovery?
Yes, we have, Your Honor.
Was an offer tendered?
It was, yes.
Mr. Morales, are you rejecting that offer?
Yes.
Are you requesting a jury trial date?
Yes, ma'am.
Your jury trial date will be March 21st at 9 a.m., Mr. Morales. Do you have any objections to that date?
No, ma'am.
Defense, do you have any objections to that date?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Morales, you'll need to appear in person in the 187 District Court at 9 a.m. if you are on bond. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And you'll need to appear on March 21st dressed for trial. However, if you're still in custody, what will end up happening is you will be brought over to the court dressed in whatever civilian clothing you have at the jail. So if you would like to appear for your jury trials in some other attire, you'll need to let your attorney know. Mr. Baker, if there's an issue with clothing exchange, let the court know and we'll see if we can help facilitate that.
Thank you, Judge.
Mr.
I think we
Morales?
already got them as closed, but thank you, Judge.
All right, you're welcome. Mr. Morales, your jury trial date again is on March 21st at 9 a.m. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
When is your jury trial date?
March 21st at 9
What
a.m.
time?
9
All right,
a.m.
which court?
187.
All right, thank you.
Ma'am, may I have a word with my attorney?
Yeah, I was going to ask the
Yes.
same, Judge, if I can be excused out of there. That'd be great.
All right, Mr. Baker, you need to make sure that your client comes back to the main room.
Okay, I will, Judge.
All right, Mr. Baker, you were in breakout room number 21. If you'll go back to 21. And Mr. Morales, if you'll go to 21, please.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Who are the parties on Jocelyn Hernandez?
Enter.
Judge, good morning. This is Floyd Rivera for Jocelyn Hernandez, Your Honor.
All right, who's the prosecutor?
The prosecutor
Marcus.
is, yes, sir.
All right. And Rebecca, this is for community supervision. The court is calling 2021 CR 10036, State of Texas versus Jocelyn Hernandez. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Marcus Sanders.
For the defense?
Floyd Rivera.
And are you Ms. Hernandez?
Yes.
We're proceeding by video because of the pandemic. Any objection from the state?
Objection.
Any objection from the defense?
None, Your Honor.
Ms. Hernandez, I'm showing you a document entitled Defendant's Consent to Appear by Video Conference. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it, and did you electronically sign it?
Yes.
Court will find that the defendant has knowingly and voluntarily consented to appear by video. Next, I'm showing you what's entitled Application for Community Supervision. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it, and did you sign it? I'm sorry?
Honor.
Counsel, I'm showing you the discovery acknowledgement. Have you received all the discovery in this case, and did you review it with your client?
Yes, I have, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Ms. Hernandez, I'm showing you what's entitled True Bill of Indictment. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, we do, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
No, Judge. We're proceeding on the lesser included offense of DWI.
Any objections?
No objection from the defense, Your Honor.
Ms. Hernandez, I'm going to show you what's entitled Court Admonishments and Defendants Waivers and Affidavit of Admonitions. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you electronically cite it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand the state is proceeding on the lesser included offense of driving while intoxicated as a Class B misdemeanor? The range of punishment for that offense is up to 180 days in the Bexar County Jail and up to a $2,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea bargain agreement. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea bargain agreement and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you, and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state will call, and the right to remain silent?
Yes.
Did you understand by entering this plea bargain agreement, you were giving up those rights?
Yes.
Did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea bargain agreement in this case?
Yes.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses to this offense?
Yes, she has, Your Honor.
Do you believe she has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against her?
Yes, she does, Your Honor.
Do you believe she's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Ms. Hernandez, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, Your Honor.
Has anyone promised you anything other than the plea bargain agreement to get you to enter this plea?
No.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived her right to jury trial. Showing you the plea bargain page. Did you review that page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
According to the plea bargain agreement, the state is proceeding on the lesser included offense of driving while intoxicated as a Class B misdemeanor. Your punishment is to be assessed at 180 days in the Bexar County Jail. There's a $500 fine. There's no application for deferred adjudication. The state recommends community supervision, and there's $60 restitution to DPS for testing. Did you understand that to be the plea bargain agreement?
Yes.
Defense, is that the plea bargain agreement?
Yes, it is, Your Honor.
State, is that the plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Judge.
Now I'm showing you the paragraph entitled Waiver Repeal. Did you review that paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you electronically sign it in both places?
Yes.
Did you understand by signing that you were waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Next, I'm showing you what's outside the plea bargain agreement. The state is requesting that your community supervision be for a term of 1 year. There'll be 60 hours of community service restitution, a TAP evaluation, DWI intervention, victim impact panel live, ignition interlock for half the term of supervision. Did you understand those were recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes.
Then to the offense of DWI as a Class B misdemeanor, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contents.
State any evidence to support the defendant's plea.
Yes, state offers State's Exhibit 1 and its attachments.
Any objections?
No objections from the defense. Your Honor.
Ms. Hernandez, I'm showing you what's entitled waiver and consent to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you electronically sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state will call in the right to remain silent?
Yes.
Did you understand that the state would be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence State's Exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same. All right, after reviewing State's Exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty of DWI. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor, we are.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Judge, other than the client is very remorseful for her actions, Your Honor, she has accepted full responsibility for her actions. And we're asking this court, because she has no prior criminal history, Your Honor, to give us the plea bargaining agreement, Judge.
All right, Ms. Hernandez, where do you work?
Bill Miller's.
Doing what?
Cashier.
I'm sorry, what?
Cashier.
I'm sorry, I can't understand what she's saying. There's an echo. Does anybody
Cashier.
hear? Cashier. Okay, thank you. So where is your child now?
She's in daycare.
Was Child Protective Services called because of this?
No.
All right, who ended up picking up your child from the scene?
My mom.
All right, this is what the court will do. Court will sentence you to 180 days in the Bexar County. Yes?
Rebecca's in a breakout room, so I don't know if you want Floyd to.
Thank you. All right, Floyd, I need you to write this down.
Yes,
And I'm going to need you to give it to the CLO when I send you to a breakout room.
All right,
There's been only 2 attorneys who've gotten this correct.
Okay.
Other attorneys have gone to the breakout room and they're like, I don't know. So I need you to write down everything that I say.
Yes, ma'am.
180 days in the Bexar County Jail,
Mhm.
suspended for 1 year.
Yes, ma'am.
She may be back. Rebecca, are you back?
I'm back, Judge.
Thank you. This is Jocelyn Hernandez. You're off the hook, Floyd.
All right, Judge, no
All
problem.
right. I found her guilty of DWI as a Class B misdemeanor. I'm granting her application for regular probation. It's 180 days in the Bexar County Jail, suspended for 1 year. $500 fine that will be probated. Restitution of $60 to DPS for testing. 60 hours of community service restitution. 40 of those hours will be waived if you provide proof that you've had the COVID vaccination. That includes the booster. The court is not requiring anyone to obtain the vaccination, but if you do obtain it, 40 of those hours will be deducted. DWI intervention, VIP live, ignition interlock for half the term, parenting classes, proof of employment within 15 days, no employment as a home health care provider or with minors, regular Zoom reporting, intensive outpatient treatment with probation, regular field visits, one time per month. Ms. Hernandez, you must complete parenting classes. If you complete the parenting classes, though, I'll waive the remaining of the community service restitution. And there will be regular UAs. Rebecca, is there anything else that she needs?
No, Judge.
Ms. Hernandez, is there anything else that you need from me in order to be successful?
No, ma'am.
All right, I'm gonna show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it, and did you electronically sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right, we can go off the record. Ms. Hernandez, you had a 19-month-old in a car and you were intoxicated. There's so much that could have gone wrong. I see that you had a blowout, or maybe there was a flat tire or something happened. That's happened to me before, where I've had a blowout. And having a blowout, one, is a scary thing, especially on the freeway or even on the street when you're doing the regular speed limit. But when you add that to the mix with drinking alcohol, that's not good. And what I've discovered, and I haven't done statistics on it, and I always say this so my statistical professor will not be upset with me. What I've discovered just on my viewing things, usually what ends up happening when you have somebody who's intoxicated and there's an accident, the person who's intoxicated usually walks away with no injuries. The person who ends up having injuries, end up being paralyzed or get killed, are other people. So when you were driving, your 19-month-old could have been in an accident with you, right? And he or she could have been killed because you want to drink and drive. Take an Uber, take a Lyft. We have all this technology, and it seems that people don't want to use it. They only use it for unnecessary thing, to show cat photos, a cat hanging on a clothesline or something. So don't do this again, because there can be dangerous, unintended consequences. I don't know anybody who goes to a bar and drinks, or anybody who drinks at a friend's house who say, oh, let me drink this and then I'm going to drive and kill someone. Usually what ends up happening, you don't feel that you're drunk, or you feel like I'm only going 2 blocks. What could possibly happen? And then something happens. And then the next thing you know, people are crying in court saying, don't send me to prison, or either I'm so sorry I killed someone. So don't be that person. I'm going to send you to breakout room number 1, and probation is going to go over your conditions with you.
Judge, may I be excused at this time, Your Honor?
Yes, you may be excused.
All right, good to see you, Judge Boyd.
Thank you. You two have a good one.
All right.
Joseph states, and it's not a day of court in the 187th if you're not here.
Hello, Judge.
Hello, I'm going to send you to breakout room number 5.
Thank you, Judge. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. Suzanne Kramer, I'm going to send you to breakout room number 6.
Thank you, Judge.
Oh my gosh, I come back to the main screen and there are like 10 hands that are raised. So we're going to take care of you. Just give me a moment. Carolyn Whitland.
Yes, Judge. Yes, Judge.
Okay, if you can show your video for me.
Hold on. Let me just get it on. I'm here.
Okay. Who's your client?
I have two, Judge. I have Matthew Snow and I have Matthew Burke. I think they're both Matthews, actually.
Okay, are they both criminal trial division?
No, one is family violence.
Okay, who's family violence?
Matthew Burke.
Okay, I'm going to send you to breakout room number 3.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Let me just find you on the screen. Ah, she disappears on me. Okay. James Hunt, who do you have?
Jonathan Pena,
Criminal trial division or family violence?
CTD.
All right, I'm going to send you to breakout room number 3.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, Ms. Hernandez, you need to go to a breakout room. You need to go to breakout room number 1. All right, Melissa Christian.
I'm here, Judge. We should be ready on Joe Bettis. I think Norma has all the paperwork now.
Okay, we're going to take that matter up and right now.
Okay.
Who's the prosecutor on Joe Pettis, please?
Ray, Judge. And Melissa, we'll discuss it. I'm going to go off 25 and 5. That's all right.
That's fine. And it's option 1, Joe Ray, the local ISF.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
All right, the court is calling 2020 CR 11096, State of Texas versus Jose Pettis. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Joe Ray Garcia.
For the defense?
Melissa Christian.
And are you Jose Pettis?
Yes, Your Honor.
We're proceeding by video because of the pandemic. Any objection from the state?
None, Your Honor.
Any objection from the defense?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Pettis, did you sign a document entitled Defendant's Consent to Appear by Video? Did you understand it?
Yes,
Did you review it with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily consented to appear by video. Next, I'm going to show you what's entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision, and states motion to supplement pending motion to enter adjudication of guilt and revoke community supervision. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you the same Jose Pettis III who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2020 CR 11096 for the offense of possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1 to 4 grams, on July 20th, 2021 for a period of 4 years? Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, state.
In Bexar County, Texas, the defendant, Jose Perez, did then and there fail to comply with the instructions of Bexar County Community Supervision and Corrections Department, in that the defendant failed to report on a weekly basis to submit your analysis for the weeks of July 19, 2021 through October 18, 2021, until accepted into a specialized program, namely drug court in violation of condition number 25.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True.
And on the state's motions to supplement pending motion to enter adjudication of guilt and revoke probation, in Bexar County, Texas, the defendant, Jose Perez III, did then and there fail to report to the supervision officer as directed for the months of October, November, and December of 2021 in violation of condition number 5.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True.
The state waives the remaining allegations, Your Honor.
Any objections?
No objections.
Mr. Pettis, did you understand by pleading true of violations 25 and 5, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, not grant you community supervision, and sentence you up to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violations of 25 and 5?
Yes.
Court will find 25 and 5 true. Is there an agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
Go ahead. I'm sorry, Joe Ray. Go ahead.
Yes, so we're asking the court to follow probation's recommendation, which is deny the motion, continue on probation, adding the condition AA for local ISF2 drug treatment and life skills program for 120 days, and for the defendant to wait in jail for a bed.
That is our agreement, Judge, and I have checked with the CLO, and she says it's about a 2-week wait. So that is what we are agreeing to today.
Okay. Mr. Pettis, are you asking the court to follow that agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, this is what the court will do. The court will deny the motion, alternate amend conditions. And Ms. Christian, if you could write this down and make sure it gets to probation.
Yes, ma'am.
So I'm going to deny the motion, alternate amend conditions to include local ISF2. Defendant is to remain in custody. Upon release, he is to do the UA hotline. I'm going to want random field visits 2 times per month, and AA or NA meetings. And I want 90 meetings in 90 days. Mr. Perez, is there anything else that you need from the court in order to be successful?
No, Your Honor.
All right, then good luck to you. I'm giving you a chance, okay?
Thank you, ma'am. Can I have copies of the paperwork, please?
Yes, they will make sure that you receive copies. I'm
Thank
going to
you,
send
ma'am.
you to breakout room number 1. Ms. Reyes is in there with someone else, so just be patient. Ms. Christian, when you go to number 1, you can actually just put it in the chat box to Ms. Reyes if you want to be excused.
Thank you so much, Judge.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you,
Have a
Ray.
good one.
You too.
All right, Miguel Nahara.
Hello, Judge. I've conferred with Mr. Groomer and Mr. Hunter. At this point, we're going to put this back on the trial docket, Judge.
Okay, why do I have 2 Gavino Riveras here?
Well, my client should be Gavino Vara, Judge.
Okay, Gavino Vara, could you turn on some light? You're in the dark. All right, Ms. Ferguson, if I could have a jury trial date in the chat box, please, on Vara.
And Judge, we may ask, I'm conferring with the state about a lot of my pretrial motions. Most of them are very basic, so we may actually have agreements on a lot of them, the non-evidentiary stuff. So I may approach this court before our trial setting just to see if I can get signatures on those, but I'm going to see how many agreements we can get
All
first.
right, awesome. And then just have Ms. Ferguson put it on the docket.
Okay,
The court
sounds
is
good.
calling 2019 CR 11408, State of Texas versus Gavina Vara. Could I have the defense announced for the record?
Miguel Nájera for the defense, Judge.
And are you Mr. Vara? I'm sorry, are you Mr. Vara? I cannot hear you. Mr. Vara? We cannot hear you, Mr. Vara. You need to turn on the sound on your phone. All right, once he is able to provide sound, we will take that matter up.
Okay, Judge.
Thank you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
That's why I have my phone on, because for some reason, my laptop is not working.
All right, are you Mr. Vara?
Yes, ma'am.
We're proceeding by video because of the pandemic. Any objections, defense?
No, ma'am.
No objections, Judge.
Mr. Vara, you have any objections?
No, ma'am.
All right, defense, have you received all the discovery?
We have, Judge.
Was an offer tendered?
An offer has been tendered.
All right, Mr. Vara, are you requesting a jury trial?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, your plea deadline date has expired. Your jury trial date will be March 21st. Any objections, defense?
To March the 21st, Judge, I'm looking on my calendar. No, Judge, that should work.
All right, Mr. Vara, your jury trial date is March 21st. You'll need to appear in the 187th District Court. It's located at 300 Della Rosa, and you need to appear on that day just for jury trial. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, when is your jury trial date?
March 21st
What time?
at 9 a.m.
Which court?
187.
All right, if there's nothing else, we'll close the record. Anything else, Mr. Nahara?
Not at this time, Judge. Just may I be excused?
Yes,
Thank you, Judge.
you're welcome. There's so many hands that are raised. I'm working my way through it. Who are the parties on Stephen Silva?
Joseph Acevedo, Your Honor.
Who's the prosecutor?
Mr. Sanders.
Is there a prosecutor available for this plea?
I'm available, Judge Joe Ray.
All right, the court is calling 2022 CR 1661W, State of Texas versus Stephen Silva. Can I have parties announced for the record, please? For the state,
Joe Ray Garcia.
for the defense,
Joseph Acevedo, Your Honor.
and are you Mr. Silva?
Yes, Your Honor.
We're proceeding by video because of the pandemic. Any objection from the state?
No, Your Honor.
Any objection from the defense?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Silva, I'm showing you a document entitled Defendant's Consent to Appear by Video. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it, and did you electronically sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily consented to appear by video. Showing you what's entitled Application for Community Supervision. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it, and did you sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, I'm showing you the discovery acknowledgement. Have you received all the discovery in this case, and did you review it with your client?
We have, Your Honor.
The court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Just one moment off the record. All right, Ms. Sparks. There is a wait list on felony drug court. All right, we're back on the record. Mr. Silva, I'm going to show you a document entitled Waiver of Indictment, Reading of Information and Rights under Article 1.051 and 26.03 of the Code of Criminal Procedure. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it, and did you sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to have a grand jury hear that evidence in this case and make a decision on whether or not to indict?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you also understanding that you're waiving certain rights that your attorney has, namely 2 days from the presentation of the information and 10 days from the presentation of the information to be ready for trial or prepare for trial? Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand by signing this, you were giving up those rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea bargain agreement in this case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived indictment, reading of information and rights under Article 1.051 and 26.03 of the Code of Criminal Procedure. Next, I'm going to show you what's entitled Information. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the information?
We do, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the information as presented? State?
Yes, Your Honor.
Right. Mr. Silva, I'm going to show you what's entitled Court Admonishments and Defendant's Waivers and Affidavit of Admonitions. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you electronically sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand you're charged with driving while intoxicated third or more? That's a third-degree felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea bargain agreement. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea bargain agreement and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand you have a right to a jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in, the right to remain silent?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand by entering this plea bargain agreement, you were giving up those rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea bargain agreement in this case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses to this offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
I believe he does, Your Honor.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
I believe he is, Your Honor.
Mr. Silva, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, Your Honor.
Has anyone promised you anything other than the plea bargain agreement to get you to enter this plea?
No, Your Honor.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Showing you the plea bargain agreement, did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
According to the plea bargain agreement, punishment is to be assessed at 8 years in the prison. There's a $1,000 fine. There's no application for deferred adjudication. State recommends community supervision. This is run concurrent with 2017 CR 10818. There's to be restitution payable to Stacy, STACEY, Barry, BARRY, and $60 to SAPD for testing. You understand that to be the plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense, is that the plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, is that the plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
Next, I'm showing you the paragraph entitled Waiver Repeal. Did you review that paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you electronically sign it in both places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can not be appealed are written pretrial. The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Next, I'm showing you outside the plea bargain agreement. The state is requesting that your community supervision be for a term of 8 years. There be a TAP evaluation, 150 hours of community service restitution, follow the recommendations of the TAP evaluation, AA meetings, DWI intervention, victim impact panel live, 2-year Texas driver's license suspension, ignition interlock for half the term. Did you understand those were recommendations from the state, and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, Your Honor.
Then to the offenses charging the information, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
State any evidence to support the defendant's plea.
State offers State Exhibit 1 and its attachments.
Any objections?
No objection, Your Honor.
Mr. Silva, I'm showing you what's entitled waiving consent to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you electronically sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence State's Exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. After reviewing State's Exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, if the court will permit us, if we could have a hearing on the TAP eval recommendations, if it's inpatient.
All right, then what we'll do is we'll call this back for a PSI.
Thank you.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, can I have a PSI date on Mr. Silva, please?
Yes, ma'am. Give me 1 second.
And while she's getting us the date on that matter, the court is going to call 2020-17 CR 10818, State of Texas versus Ben Silva. Again, if I could have parties announced for the record for the state.
Joey Garcia.
For the defense.
Joseph Acevedo.
Mr. Silva, I'm going to show you what's entitled Motion to Revoke Community Supervision. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you the same Stephen Ben Silva who is placed on community supervision for the offense of driving while intoxicated third or more on July 9, 2018 for a term of 4 years? Is that you?
Yes, Your Honor.
State?
Joseph, I assume it's on the number 1.
Correct.
Okay. On or about the 16th day of October 2021 in Bexar County, Texas, the defendant, Stephen Ben Silva, committed the offense of driving while intoxicated in violation of condition number 1.
How do you plead to that, true or not true?
True.
Mr. Silva?
True.
State?
State waives the remaining allegations, Your Honor.
Any objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
Am I getting screwed?
Who said that?
Well, that was me, Your Honor, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's you. So here's the thing. You're up there saying, am I getting screwed? Let me explain something to you. You're on probation for a DWI third, and you just picked up another DWI. So really, I don't understand why a motion hasn't been filed for you not to be on bond. Because obviously you can't stop drinking and driving, and you intent on maybe killing someone. So the person who is getting screwed are the citizens of Bexar County with you driving intoxicated.
I apologize, Your Honor.
Unacceptable. And Ms. Ferguson, I need another date than March 13th. I need a date sooner because all he's doing is getting a TAP evaluation. Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 1, the court could find it true, grant the motion, and sentence you up to 4 years in prison? Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead your violation of condition number 1?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court is finding violation of condition number 1 true. We are going to come back. Ms. Ferguson, okay, we're going to come back on March 23rd in each of these matters for your sentencing date. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you'll need to appear in court on March 23rd at 9 a.m. The courtroom is located at 300 De La Rosa. We are on the 4th floor. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, I'm going to send you to breakout room number 1. Mr. Acevedo, if you let them know that he's pled true to violation of condition number 1. Ms. Reyes, are you here? Okay, I think she has been kicked out. So just sit tight, Mr. Silva, and we will take up your matter. Mr. Acevedo, you're excused.
Okay, so he's going to be coordinating a scheduled date for the TAP. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. All right, Andres Campion.
Yes, Your Honor. I still need to confer on Daniel de la Peña Montalvo.
All right, I'll send you to breakout room number 3.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Fernando Ramos.
Yes, ma'am. ADA Marcus Sanders offered an equitable plea bargain. We got my client into the room with me. I explained the plea bargain to him. And he, in our conversation, he indicated to me that he had been hearing voices and he was recently in a suicide watch. Based on that new information that he hadn't disclosed.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, on Mr. Cabrera, can we have a setting date for an evaluation? If you'll file the evaluation, Mr. Ramos will take that up. Mr. Ramos?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, if you file the evaluation.
Yes, I told him I was obligated to file the motion. He got upset and wants a new attorney. I don't know if
Where is
I'll file a
Mr.
motion
Cabrera?
today. He may still be in the breakout room, Judge.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, can I have a reset date on Mr. Anthony Cabrera? He needs an evaluation file.
I'll file that today, Judge.
All right, I'm just waiting for a reset date. So we're going to come back on March 29th.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, excused?
Yes.
Thank you, Judge.
John Robertson.
Your Honor, I've conferred with Joe Ray on Michael Robertson. The state is trying to get another video that was not tendered in discovery from the police department. So we need 2 to 3 weeks so they can get that done.
Breakout room number 1.
Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Robertson. Ms. Ferguson, if I can have a reset date on Michael Robertson, please. 2 weeks for discovery. All right, we're going to come back on March 16th.
March 16th. Thank you, Your Honor. May I be excused?
Yes, thank you for your patience. All
No problem. Thank you. Have a good day.
right.
Thank you.
Bye.
Your Honor.
Mr. Silva,
Am I
wait your
supposed-
turn. All right, Mr. Guyana. Robert Guyana.
I'm here, Judge. Thank you. Judge, I conferred with Mr. Sanders. The state would like a few weeks to contact the victim and to make us an offer.
All right, Ms. Ferguson on William Rivera. Can I have a 2-week reset, please, for discovery? All right, we'll come back on March 16th.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Roberto Ramirez.
Yes, Your Honor. President and Ms. Reynolds has signed in.
Yes, have you conferred with the state?
No, I haven't, Your Honor. We were here to let you know the status on her. She missed the appointment on Friday with career counseling, unfortunately. Apparently there was a misunderstanding. The appointment was for Thursdays, but I spoke with Joshua Lugo at career counseling and he's going to see her today. In fact, they had arranged to speak today at 11. She was going to go over there to see him.
All right, Ms. Reynolds, this is going to be your last time that we're going to be resetting this for you to do what you need to do. The court has been very patient, so there will be no further resets after this. Ms. Ferguson, can we recall Ms. Reynolds for Thursday, please?
Thursday. Yes, ma'am.
All right, so Ms. Reynolds, you're going to come back here on the 24th.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
That being all, may I be excused, Your Honor? Thank you very
Yes.
much.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a great day.
Thank you, you too.
And Judge, do you have the case number on that, Judge?
It's 2021 CR 8391.
Thank you.
You're welcome. James Hunt?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes.
I've conferred. The state needs to receive and upload a couple of videos, but we're discussing a plea. Can we have 2 or 3 week reset, please?
All right. Is your client Jonathan Pena?
Pena, yes.
Okay, you have it P-E-N. It's at P-I-N?
P-I-N, yes.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, can I have a 2-week reset on Jonathan Pena, please? All right, we're going to come back on March 15th.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, your excuse.
Thank you.
All right, and who was here waiting for their client to show up? Is that you, Mr. Darling?
Yes, Your Honor, and William Troy as well. We both have been appointed to represent Martin Gonzalez.
All right, is he here?
I looked, I didn't see him, Judge. I talked to his sister and I sent him an email. So I have established contact, but haven't talked to him anytime recently.
All right, are his cases indicted?
I believe the one I represent him on is, and I'm sorry about not knowing that for sure. I don't have my folder with me because I'm at the house right now.
All right, we're here actually for a violation report.
Oh, that's right.
Okay. Let me find him. All right, to the clerks, could I please have the violation report on Martin Gonzalez?
Let me pull it real quick, Judge.
Judge, that one was on last week.
It's on the docket for today. Erin, just give me a moment. Okay, just give me a moment while I receive that. And Mr. Silva, I'm going to send you to breakout room number 1 to speak with probation. And that's for a TAP evaluation. And to the clerks, could you please go to breakout room number 1 and let Ms. Reyes know that Mr. Silva is being scheduled for a TAP evaluation, and that needs to be done as quickly as possible. All right. On Mr. Gonzalez, I'm going to issue a judge's warrant and remand him without bond. If you're able to get in touch with your client and he presents himself, the court will reconsider.
Thank you, Judge. May I be excused?
Yes, thank you. Mr.
Thank you,
McCrum?
Judge. Hello, Judge. I need to confer with CTD on Miss Samantha Richards, please.
All right, I'll send you to breakout room number 6.
Thank you.
Mr. Stateson, I'll send you to number 2.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. And everyone, just give me a moment, please. All right, Stephen Harkowitz.
On Robert Medford. I've conferred with Ryan Groomer. We've worked something out on his MTR, but as part of what was worked out, he needs to plead to a misdemeanor evading case pending in County Court 8. I tried to send an email to County Court 8 to see if we could get him there today, and we could do everything today. I don't know if the court could.
Who's the
assist
judge in
in-
County Court number 8?
That's Judge Roman.
All right, just one moment. I'm sure she will be able to see him. Just give me a moment. All right, Mr. Harkowitz, that can be taken care of today. And so what we'll do is we'll come back here at 2 p.m. to take care of the matters here, but they'll be able to take care of the other matter in the misdemeanor court this morning.
Okay, did they indicate whether they'd be sending me a link so I could get my client there?
What's going to end up happening is Ms. Ferguson is going to contact them and get the link and send you over.
Okay.
Right. All right, everyone. The court has to break because I have a meeting at 11 and it's now 11:05. So I appreciate everyone for your patience. Please still remain and confer, and we will come back at 2 p.m. Ms. Kane, we will see you back at 2 p.m. and everyone will be back at 2 p.m.